This is the Revopoint Trackit, a marker-free 3D scanner. According to Revopoint, it's designed to handle everything from small objects to large scenes with high accuracy. For things to notice while unboxing it, it actually comes in two large cases with different tripods and accessories. And one thing that stood out is the structure itself. It used carbon fiber frame with polycarbonate housing. This keeps it quite light, around 1.2 kilograms, but also very stable during scanning, helping to prevent any deformation. And that's important because even small movements can affect tracking and the final results. Like most 3D scanners, you still need to calibrate it before using it for the first time, but here it works a bit differently. The scanner handles it automatically, which helps avoid human error and also saves time compared to doing it manually. I just had to move the tracker to a few different positions, and from there I followed steps in the software and basically takes care of everything on its own. It's actually pretty interesting to watch because you can see the system analyzing and adjusting itself in real time. Once everything is set up, it almost feels like you just press start and let it scan wherever the blue laser hits. But before jumping into something more complex, I wanted to test it on small objects first, just to see how it behaves with the different shapes and materials. It used multiple blue laser lines with claimed accuracy of up to 0.02 mm, which is actually pretty impressive, especially for a system that can handle both small details and large objects. From these first tests, it feels quite fast on most materials, while still keeping a good level of detail. For shiny or transparent parts, I had to use a matte scanning spray. It helps to reduce reflections and stops the light from passing through the transparent materials, which makes the scan more stable. And the good thing is temporary. It just evaporates after a while. As you can see, I am not placing any markers on the objects. All the tracking is handled by the tracker. Instead of putting markers on the surface, the system tracks the scanner itself in real time, which makes the whole process feel a lot more direct. After scanning the objects from different angles, I bring everything into the RevoTrack software to merge it into a single model. Most of the time, it's handled automatically with just one click. And from what I have seen, it does a good job keeping the shape consistent without introducing any noticeable deformation, which makes the overall workflow feel pretty smooth. Before making this video, I had been using the scanner for a while now, and just for transparency, it was sent to me by Revopoint, but with no scripts or pressure to promote it. Even the links in the description are not affiliate links. So this video is just my honest experience. At first, I want to compare it with another scanners I have here, but after thinking about it, it didn't really make sense. The scanners I have are more standard scanners, and this one is clearly a professional grade scanner. Even the price is much higher, so the comparison wouldn't be fair. So instead, I will just share what I like it and what I didn't when using it on small to medium objects. One thing that's really surprised me is how good it is with small objects. I honestly thought this kind of system was mainly for big surfaces like cars or large parts, but it handles small objects really well. The level of detail is very solid and it feels consistent no matter the size. Another thing that's made a big difference for me is scanning without markers. If you have used the normal scanners, you know you always have to place markers on the objects, and the problem is those markers are physical. They actually cover parts of the surface. Even the software tries to fix it later, those details are never really the same. But with the technology here, with the Revopoint Trackit, is completely different. Instead of tracking the object with markers, the system tracks the scanner itself. So it always knows exactly where it is in the 3D space. Now, one thing I wouldn't call a problem, but it's something to keep in mind, is the setup time. So if you just want to do a quick scan and pack everything back in the box, is not the fastest option. Also, you need some distance between the scanner and the tracker. From my experience, it's around 1.5 to 4 meters to get stable tracking. The scanner can also work with markers like Grille scanner, which I will talk about that later in the video. In that case, the workspace is not really an issue, but if you want to use it without markers, you will need at least around 1.5 meters of space between the scanner and the tracker. Moving on to something more serious, and this is really where the scanners start to make sense. Scanning large surfaces like the front bumper of the AMG GTR without using a single marker, that alone makes a big difference in the workflow. It took me around 15 minutes to capture the whole thing in one continuous pass. And honestly, that was surprising, especially compared to a workflow where you have to place and remove markers, which can easily take a lot more time and even cause tracking issues if there aren't enough markers on the surface. In the software, there's also an option for large surfaces. It's useful when you want to move faster and cover bigger areas more efficiently. In this mode, the scanner captures data more quickly, but also you do lose a bit of resolution, since the point distance is fixed at around 3 mm. I wanted to use this scan for something quick but actually useful, so I used it as a guide to black out the front grille of the AMG GTR with cut vinyl. Since the grille isn't flat, having accurate 3D scan data makes a big difference here. It helps you get the shape right without any guesswork. I brought the scan into 3ds Max and used splines to trace the outline of the grille directly on top of it. Then I exported everything as an SVG, ready to be cut. One thing I should mention is that this scanner can work with and without markers, and that's really useful option to have. For example, if you are working in tight space where you can't place the tracker properly, you can switch to using markers. In that case, the scanner still does a very good job. It captures fine details and the accuracy is solid, But if you have both options, once you try scanning without markers, it's hard to go back. The software can remove the markers from the final model, but it's never the same as scanning the object directly, because at the end of the day, markers are physical. They cover small parts of the surface, so some detail is always lost. Now, when it comes to large objects, this is where it really becomes a game changer. I honestly can't imagine how many markers you will need on a car, and not just placing them, but removing them and repeating that again and again for every part. It takes time, a lot of time, and if you are scanning a car interior, especially a glossy part, there is always that small risk of scratching the surface when you remove your markers. So yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. So I think this is by far the best scanner I have tested so far. So big thanks to Revopoint for sending it over. See you in the next one. Bye.